hear it right now. Thank you. You don't bring it, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get flushed, and that's brought to you by Flowing Water Plumbing and Drain.
Would you get flushed like Shohei Ohtani flushed his interpreter?
Oh, no. That's what I was about to get into
that today.
Oh, no. Well, I made kind of a joke, and it's probably made 1,000 times because every single joke that you make, someone on Twitter said it 50 bajillion times. It is funny that he has a teammate with the last name Betts, is it not? Like, come on. That just writes itself. For those of you that don't know.
You really took a gamble with that joke.
Thank you. You bet. Yeah, you bet. The Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, right now are down 12-9 in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's their two-step in Seoul, South Korea right now. They took the first one yesterday. They wrap up today. Go ahead, Show.
Do you know who Colt Seavers is?
No.
You don't know who he is?
No, who should I know?
Lee Majors played him, okay? He was a Hollywood stuntman who moonlights as a bounty hunter. The TV show was The Fall Guy.
Oh, my God. Hey, what did I say in the chat yesterday? Shohei Ohtani potentially went to Chris Carter's seminar. You got to get yourself a Fall Guy. If you don't know what we're talking about, this is the biggest story in sports right now currently. I don't care if it's baseball. I don't care if it's English Premier League. This is the face of baseball right now, and one of the biggest stars in the world, Shohei Ohtani, is potentially caught up in a gambling situation, allegation sensation. So let me just go through everything right now. Tisha Thompson, ESPN, has this article right now. She's an investigative reporter, and this is per ESPN right now in her article. The Los Angeles Dodgers interpreter for Shohei Ohtani was fired Wednesday afternoon after questions surrounding at least $4.5 million in wire transfers sent from Ohtani's bank account to a bookmaking operation sent off a series of events. Ipe Mizuhara, who is the interpreter and the longtime friend and interpreter of Shohei, incurred the gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation that is under federal investigation, multiple sources told ESPN. How he came to lose his job started with reporters asking questions about the wire transfers. Joe, this whole thing is nuts, and I'm going to finish up real quick because this is an important part of the story. Initially, again, this is via Tisha Thompson, ESPN. Initially, a spokesman for Ohtani told ESPN the slugger had transferred the funds to cover Mizuhara's gambling debt. The spokesman presented Mizuhara to ESPN for a 90-minute interview Tuesday night, during which Mizuhara laid out his account in great detail. However, as ESPN prepared to publish the story Wednesday, the spokesman disavowed Mizuhara's account and said Ohtani's lawyers would issue a statement. This whole thing is fascinating to watch. There is layers upon layers on this story, Joe Shasky. What was your reaction when you saw this breaking news?
My reaction was, all right, what are the facts, right? What are the facts that we know? The facts that we know are this. Ohtani, from his account, wired money to an illegal gambling site, company, whatever you want to call it.
Bookmaking operation.
There we go. All right.
In Southern California, where sports gambling is illegal still.
So that is illegal on some level, right? That was the first thing that crossed my head. What are the facts, right? That's the fact. Who did what? Who's claiming what? That's the best part. I mean, that's the drama. The finger pointing is incredible. The backtracking. I mean, whoever the Dodgers PR person is who's trying to backpedal here, sign that guy up to play nickel for the Niners because it's unbelievable the amount of misdirection that they're doing. The first thing that popped in my head, where's Pete Rose? The second thing, where's Greg Anderson? Like, there are so many things going through here.
The Michael Jordan meme's also tremendous yesterday.
But here's where I want to start. I'm not a gambling guy. I don't even look at you sideways if you do gamble. Like that is your American right in certain states, in certain areas, in certain locations to be able to gamble. Okay,
brought to you by DraftKings.
All right, but these big league teams in Major League Baseball, in the NFL, in the NBA, when you are slathering yourselves with BetMGM and DraftKings and all the different betting sites, and you put it everywhere, and you take that money, you're flirting with danger. And the way I would describe it is, you're taking your 17-year-old high school kid to the bar, giving him all the cash, telling him to sit up front at the bar, everyone's buying drinks all around, and saying, don't have a beer.
It's this whole thing. Like, I didn't think we'd reach a point like this soon because of how just new this sports gambling, the FanDuel, DraftKings, all that it feels. But Shohei Ohtani's the biggest name in sports, Joe Shasky.
Huge.
This could not be a bigger story right now. Like, this guy potentially could be in bed with an illegal gambling, not even potentially. His name was on the wire. So they're going to investigate right now. And let me be clear. He has not been charged with anything right now. Shohei has not been charged with any crime, anything like that. He's not even currently under any investigation right now. And again, this is via Tisha Thompson, ESPN, their investigative reporter. What's going on with Shohei Ohtani as he fired his interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, and the questions surrounding at least $4.5 million in wire transfers sent from Ohtani's bank to an illegal bookmaking operation. And here's the part of the story that was interesting to me. Initially, a spokesman for Ohtani told ESPN the slugger had transferred the funds to cover Mizuhara's gambling debt.
Meaning he was aware of the debt.
The spokesman presented Mizuhara to ESPN for a 90-minute interview Tuesday night, during which Mizuhara laid out his account in great detail. However, as ESPN prepared to publish the story Wednesday, the spokesman disavowed Mizuhara's account and said Ohtani's lawyers would issue a statement. In the course of responding to recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei has been the victim of a massive theft, and we are turning the matter over to the authorities. That was the statement from Burke Brettler,
the story's
LLP.
changed.
Yep. The spokesman declined to answer any further questions, and the statement did not specify whom they believe perpetrated the alleged theft. So there is still questions to be answered regarding this whole thing. Who's to blame? Was it Shohei covering for his boy? Did Shohei not know about it and his name was on there anyways? Was he trying to save face? What's going on here? And we have the entire show to break it all down. And I want to hear from the people. 888-957-9570. We're going to hear from Chris Rose, obviously former MLB Network, but now currently with John Boy Media, NFL Network, and BattleBots. I love BattleBots. Also, David Sampson, former president of the Florida, now Miami Marlins for 15 plus years, Joe Shasky. He's going to come on at 8:30. He's from the Nothing Personal podcast. You see him with Dan Le Batard show all the time. I'm sure he has thoughts on this, what's going on there. And I just can't help think about this whole gambling thing with the face of baseball potentially being in a scandal while the A's are trying to move to Vegas. It's just, it's all just so perfect.
I didn't even
think of that. Isn't it just all so perfect?
It's just incredible.
It's just,
but here's the thing with it. God. Like, you're talking about one of the highest profile athletes on the planet right now. And there are different cultures. Like, I do want to explore the culture thing because I do think that matters, because there are certain cultures I'm naive to and I don't understand what is standard there might not be standard here when you come over to America, because our standards are different. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples.
Can't wait for that. Shout out YouTube and Twitch, brought to you by First NorCal Credit Union. Open your savings dividend. Open a First NorCal first class money market today. What's coming up on the game is brought to you by Ashley Furniture Home Stores. There's an awful lot coming up.